My name is Brian Shamowitz. I'm from Washington, D.C., 33 years old. My treatment with Oren was in February of 2017. He had been recommended to me by three people that I had met on Kopangan. When I was 15, I had been struck in the head with a rock here, and uh, it resulted in an epidural hematoma, which needed to be corrected with cranial surgery, and so the surgery scars here. Actually wasn't standing um, balanced correctly. Uh, when he pushed my back, I didn't move, but when he pushed my chest ever so slightly, I fell back, and he showed me twice. On the right side, whenever he pushed, I felt pain. On the left side, in the exact same location, um, I did not feel pain. In fact, it was sort of a good sensation. And after that, he took my skull into his, he laid me down and gently took um, uh, my head into his hands, and he started doing a very, very gentle movement. And all of a sudden, I got very emotional, and I told him, Oren, I'm getting very emotional. And almost as if he had experienced this hundreds of times, he told me, that's okay, just keep breathing, um, and let whatever happens, happens. But anyway, this was very rare. I don't just randomly get emotional. Um, and I could feel that he was very, very slightly moving my head, like micro movements. And all of a sudden I started crying, also quite rare. And then I started crying harder, and then I started crying like I've only cried 3 times maybe in my adult life, when people close to me have died or almost died. And at that time, I started to have memories pop into my awareness, and immediately after that, I felt a rush of I can only describe it as a rush of energy um, flowing from that area of my head, from this area of my head, down my torso, through my arms and legs, and out my fingers and toes. It was an incredible sensation. And at that point, I had stopped crying, and he had finished his treatment, and he uh, told me to um, just lay there and rest. So I did for a few minutes, and then um, he came back in, and we did the standing diagnosis to check my balance. And this is the part that was just remarkable to me. He did the pushing in the rear and the pushing in the front again, and I did not fall over in either direction. In fact, I felt like I was, for the first time in my adult life, I felt like I was a tree uh, rooted to the ground. Um, and it wasn't until that moment that I realized how effortful standing had been prior to that moment. So he had corrected an injury inside of my skull in the dural membrane from an accident that happened 18 years ago, that when I was 15 years old, that I thought had been resolved through surgery, cranial surgery. He found that the injury was still there, and it was affecting my balance and my alignment, and he fixed it. The other thing, he had me lay down again and checked those spots for pain, and my right side and left side felt identical, which was not the case prior to his treatment. Uh, deeply, deeply grateful for um, Oren's work, and I decided after he finished the treatment and I was laying there feeling energy shooting through my body, I decided in that moment that I wanted to learn what he had done, learn his trade, and give that gift to others. So that's it.